How's it going, guys? It's Rad. So yeah, the WWE Monday Night Raw review from January 21st, the Go Home Raw to the Royal Rumble. So, let's get right into it. So we start off Raw with, of course, a video tribute package to Martin Luther King Jr. since Monday happened to be Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Well, that explains why the Pistons were playing at 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And then that ended with, of course, a 10-bell salute to honor the life of Martin Luther King Jr. So then after that, Brock Lesnar comes out to the ring with Paul Heyman. Of course, Paul does his normal introduction. Paul goes on. Paul calls John Cena the second greatest of all time. John Cena's not even close to the greatest of all time. Only thing John Cena's great at is making wrestling look as fake as possible. He's the most overrated wrestler of all time. And speaking of John Cena, guess what happened last week? John Cena may have got injured. Drew McIntyre may have tweaked his ankle and then Cena re-aggravated it during a workout. Fucking idiot. But Cena's status for the Rumble is questionable with that injury. Alright, folks, let's be real. Cena's gonna fucking compete at the Royal Rumble. He'll fucking work through it. I'll laugh my ass off if he's not medically cleared. So then Paul goes on saying that Brock has been trained the last couple months for Braun Strowman, not Finn Balor. Hey, last second change. Don't worry, Brock only needs a couple weeks to prepare for Finn. And then Paul says that Finn is the voice. Finn's voice is the voice that matters. But then Paul says that his voice is the voice that martyrs. And Paul says that Brock at the Royal Rumble will turn Finn into a martyr. And Paul says even miracles fear Brock Lesnar. And Paul goes on saying that Brock will prove that Finn doesn't belong in the Universal title picture. And then Vince McMahon comes out. Vince comes out. Yeah, Paul, you're going very soft and very old school promoting like, yeah. Now, everyone will believe in a David and Goliath story. Well, I think we got one in the ring between Brock and Finn Balor. Yeah. Of course, we know in that story, Goliath beat the holy hell out of David. Yeah. And Finn is just David reincarnated. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. OKC. OK City is hillbilly land. Yeah. Alright, Vince. 2 things wrong with that statement. 1, it's not OKC. It's Oklahoma City, dumbass. And 2, Oklahoma is not the biggest redneck state in all of America. That distinction belongs to Mississippi. Do your fucking research right, Vince. Because if you don't, I will call you out every time for it. So then Braun Strowman's music hits. Braun Strowman comes out to the ring. Vince, what the hell are you doing out here, boy? So then Braun goes on saying that last Monday was the worst night of his life because he had to lost $100,000 and he lost his Universal title match. But Braun also says that last Monday was the luckiest night in Brock's life. Because Braun says he'll rip Brock apart like another one of Vince's limos. Not the limo, please. Vince, well, you know what, you son of a bitch? You're still lucky to be employed. Yeah. So then Finn Balor's music hits. Finn Balor comes out. And then Vince comes out. First thing he says is, once again, same old Monday Night Raw. I mean, Vince technically right. It's the same old shit every fucking week the last 14 years of this shit. So then, of course, Finn says, you know what, Finn? I never believe in fairy tales. 'Cause you're too small. Yeah. But then Finn says that Vince has never believed in him since day one again. And then Finn says he'll beat Brock at the Royal Rumble. And then Braun Strowman goes on telling Finn he better beat Brock. And then Finn tells Braun to keep his nose out of his business. And Vince is like, you know what? Fuck this. You know what? We're going to have a real David vs. Goliath match right now. Yeah. We're going to have Finn Balor versus Braun Strowman right now. Yeah. So we get an impromptu match. Finn Balor versus Braun Strowman, 1-on-1. with Brock Lesnar at ringside. Highlights in the match. Finn's jawbreakers go along with a step-up enziguri. Braun's drive-by shoulder tackle outside the ring was good too, along with his headbutt. Finn's sling blade and stomp was good. Key moment in the match, Braun throws Finn into Brock. Brock catches Finn. Brock does an overhead belly-to-belly onto Finn and throws Finn right in the steps. Now, normally, this would cause for disqualification in any other match. But the ref doesn't call for the bell and checks on Finn Balor. So we have some incompetent reffing. God damn, it's as worse as those fucking the NFC and AFC championship reffing. Like, I'm gonna show the rule right on the screen here. It says right there in the circle, outside interference is grounds for disqualification. Do your fucking job, ref. God damn. God damn it. Why the fuck is it that WWE's trying to copy the shitty reffing in the NFL last Sunday? Yeah, it doesn't, Vince be like for the show, you know what? We're gonna have some shitty reffing tonight, yeah. We're just gonna copy what the NFL did in the NFC and AFC championship last Sunday, yeah. This doesn't have the capacity to end it all badly. Yeah, no, not at all, yeah. For fuck's sakes, ref, do your fucking job. So then Finn goes, he hits a drop kick to Brock Lesnar, followed by a front flip dive. Finn then hits a sling blade and then a drop kick to Braun and Brock again. Finn then hits a missile drop kick to Braun Strowman in the corner. Finn then hits the coup de grace on Braun, but as Finn goes for the 3 count, Brock gets in the ring, he grabs Finn, and hits an F5 on Finn Balor, forcing the DQ. Oh, now you force the DQ, ref. Oh, now you do that. Didn't fucking do that 5 minutes ago. Fucking idiot. And then after the match, Brock grabs the Universal title and stands tall over both of them and walks away. That'll probably be the scene Sunday since Brock's not supposed to be losing the title till Mania. So yeah, I think we obviously know who's going to win between Brock and Finn. Like, goddamn, 40 minutes in and it's already off to a terrible start. So next up, we got new Intercontinental Champion Bobby Lashley coming out to the ring. This week, on a less jam-packed edition of Unsolved Mysteries, we try and find out why Dean turned on Seth Rollins and why Dean lost the Intercontinental Championship. So Bobby Lashley comes out to the ring with Lio Rush. Lio, of course, goes off and calls Seth and Dean Ambrose clowns. They ain't clowns, they're two of the top guys in the business. And then Lio says that Bobby Lashley is better than everyone on the roster. Lio, is that meant for Xbox One or PS4? And then Lio Rush says that Bobby will have no open challenges for the Intercontinental Championship because open challenges are for kids. So they don't believe in giving opportunity. And then Lio says that Bobby is a prize fighter and that they do this for the money. Well, thanks for telling us that you don't give a shit about wrestling or the company or the fan base. And Lio has Bobby pose with the title. But before Bobby could, Apollo Crews comes out to the ring. Apollo then says that no one paid to see Bobby pose, but they did pay for Bobby to compete. So then, Apollo challenges Bobby to a non-title match. Lio, of course, declines and says that Apollo is not in Bobby's league. But Lio challenges Apollo to a pose-off, and if Apollo can beat Bobby in a pose-off, Apollo will get his match. So both men do their poses each. But as Apollo's doing his third pose, Bobby will then ambush and attack Apollo Crews. Apollo will then create a ring of Bobby Lashley. And Apollo will grab Lio Rush and throw Lio out of the ring. But when we get back from commercial break, we get the impromptu one-on-one match between Lashley and Lio and Apollo Crews. Highlights of the match. Apollo's dropkick was good but Apollo would also botch the overhead press. It begins again, aka Wrestling Dumb Shits. There's some material for you there. We have Apollo botching. There's some material for you for episode 27 of Wrestling Dumb Shits. Apollo would then try again, and then he'd actually hit it successfully a second time. Apollo's step up insecurity was okay too. Match ending, Leo get in the ring, distract Apollo Crews, avoid attacking him. Bobby would then hit the spear on Apollo, taking advantage of the distraction. Bobby gets the 3 count for the win. But after the match, as Bobby's celebrating, Seth Rollins' music hits. Seth Rollins comes out to the ring. Of course, this is Seth getting ready for his one-on-one match with Drew McIntyre. Before the match, Seth grabbed the microphone. Seth, of course, saying that he has now no titles and a broken family. That wasn't the scene a couple months ago, when the Shield was back together, strong and united. And then, shit hit the fan. Because Roman Reigns, he got leukemia, had to relinquish the Universal title, which ended up going back to Brock Lesnar. Dean would be forced to turn heel on that same night. And then Seth lost all his titles. And yeah, you get the point. Of course, Seth says that his one love is WWE and pro wrestling. And then Seth says he will win the Royal Rumble match. And then Seth says, even though it's a long shot, his whole life has been a long shot. And then Seth says his wrestling is the reason he isn't working an average job. Because then Seth goes on talking about his life story, about how his family was working middle-end jobs to try and keep a roof over his head. Just the struggles, for a lot of people. And then Seth says he will be the man headlining WrestleMania. And then Drew McIntyre comes out, Drew saying he appreciates Seth's heart and passion. But then Drew says that Seth's wrestling style will get him eliminated Sunday. And then Drew says if you take Seth's heart and passion and put in a 6'5" body, you get Drew McIntyre. So that leads to our next matchup. Highlights of the match. Seth's dropkick was good along with Strawbreaker. Drew's overhead belly to belly was good too. Drew's kick in midair was good too, along with very well executed, very well done. Drew's reverse Alabama slam was good too, along with his swing blade and his blockbuster. Seth would hit an enziguri during commercial break. Too bad. Seth's Hurricane Rana. Seth's Falcon Zero was good too, along with Seth's step up enziguri. Drew's head toss while hanging upside down from the top rope was very well done too. Great feat of strength. Seth's super kick too was good too, along with Drew's Glasgow kiss. And Drew's avalanche white noise, along with his gut wrench powerbomb, which both led to kickouts. Match ending, Seth would go roll up Drew McIntyre. Seth gets the 3 count for the win. So Seth built some momentum heading into the Royal Rumble. So can Seth be the man and win the Rumble, or will it be Drew McIntyre looking to complete his destiny? Because the rumored winner in the Men's Rumble is supposed to be challenging for the Universal title this year. So we will continue on. We will find out Sunday. So next up we get a 6-man tag match. We have Lucha House Party, Kalisto, Gran Metalik, and Lince Dorado versus Jobber Mahal and both those pussy-ass Singh brothers. Excuse me. Highlights in Jobber Mahal fails the match. Jobber's double leg looked like shit along his body slam looked reckless. He let go midway. Jobber and both Singh brothers selling looked like shit. Lince's atomic drop was good, along with the Lucha's double team splashes. We also have Kalisto's arm drag, which was good too. Sunil Sane's strikes looked fake. Kalisto's head toss was good. Kalisto's drop kick would miss Sunil completely. It would be a devastating kick to the air. So we have another botch. Gran Metalik's springboard crossbody was good. There was no botch there. But match ending, this was an interesting one. Gran Metalik hit a knee to the back on Sunil Sane And Gronk gets the 3 count for the win off a knee to the back. That was an obvious botch. I think Sunil forgot to fucking kick out of it. That's odd. Usually ground mount to weeks is like a swanton or sunset flip. Not a fucking knee to the back. So that ending was obviously botched. Wow. No, so far not a good Raw so far, and we're halfway through. So next up, we have Elias in the ring. Of course, Elias saying that 2019 will not be an easy road. And of course, goes on saying WWE stands for Walk with Elias. Of course, that whole thing, etc., etc. And Elias says that he has a new song to play. But before he could play it, Baron Corbin would come out. And of course, Baron Corbin, of course, is out crying, saying that Elias rat him out and almost got him killed by Braun Strowman. Bitch, please. Braun wasn't gonna kill you. This ain't MMA. They're not trying to kill you in professional wrestling. Quit your crying, you Girl Scout. And then Baron says he's gonna put Elias in his place. And then Elias goes on and reminds Baron that he's not the GM and he will play his song, and that Baron can shut his mouth. And then poor Elias then asks the backstage crew to cut Baron's mic, and they actually did it. So then Elias goes on doing a song. Elias then says that, then asks everyone who wants to see Baron versus Elias again. Not me. And then Elias says no one cares for Baron. And then Elias ends the song by asking, why do you still wear a vest? Don't you remember you got fired? And then that would lead to a one-on-one impromptu match between Elias and Baron Corbin. Highlights of the match. Elias' springboard arm drag was good, along with his drop kick. Baron's running clothesline where he'd run out one side of the ring, come back in the other, very well done. Elias' pump knee was good, along with a spinning neck breaker. Matt Jennings, while the ref wasn't looking, Elias would hit a right hook to Elias' throat. Baron then hits the end of days. Baron gets a 3 count for the win. Huh. Not odd that a heel fucking throws a shot to the throat while the ref wasn't looking to hit their finisher. Usually it's like a thumb to the eyes or a low blow. Never. I don't think a shot to the throat ever happens. That almost never happens. But hey, I'll give WWE kudos. That was sort of an interesting way for a heel to win. You know, out of the ordinary. So I'll give WWE kudos there. So next up, we get another moment of bliss, but this isn't just any moment of bliss. It is the Special Royal Rumble edition. So we have Alexa Bliss, of course, come out, the host, and of course Alexa lists some of the competitors in the Women's Rumble match. Pretty much the entire Raw Women's roster, because they need all women on deck. And of course, we already know in the Women's Rumble that Carmella is going to enter at number 30. Now watch, in the Rumble, as soon as Carmella gets in the ring, she's going to automatically call for a dance break. And I'll tell you right here, dance breaks definitely don't have a place in a fucking Rumble match. So that Rumble match is going to be shit. So of course, for this Rumble edition of Moment of Bliss, the special guest is Nia Jax. So then Alexa asks Nia, if Nia wins the Rumble Sunday, which champion would Nia pick to challenge at WrestleMania? So then Ember Moon comes out. Of course, Ember's saying that she's she's coming out because she would never get invited to Moment of Bliss anyway. And then Ember says she's taking her moment to take her claim, and then says she's going to win the Women's Rumble match. I think you know where we're going with this. Then Alicia Fox music hits, she comes out. Alicia then calls herself the captain of Raw's women's division. You ain't the captain of jack fucking shit. So get the fuck out of here with that, you fake talentless diva. And then Alicia's saying she's gonna win the Rumble match. Nope. And then Mickie James comes out. And then Mickey's saying that she's going to steal the show once again and go to Mania. And then the Riot Squad and Tamina and Nikki Cross all come out to stake their claim. And then Alexa gets up on her chair and tells all of them to quit fighting. And then Alexa says that them fighting is ruining her reputation as a talk show host. And then a brawl ensues between all the women except, which then goes all the way to the backstage area with just Alexa saying on the stage. And then Alexa's saying that this Rumble will be special because Alexa says she will be competing in the Women's Rumble match Sunday. So Alexa's going to be medically cleared now. That's good news. I can't wait. Hopefully Alexa has a good Rumble match. So then Lacey Evans, the NXT call-up, her music hits, she comes out to the ring. Lacey then goes on and calls everyone in the women's division a bunch of nasties, classless little girls. Fucking nasties again, are you fucking kidding me? Seriously, WWE? You can't come up with a better insult than nasties? Fuck. God fucking damn it. What the fuck is wrong with this company? Like, nasties is the most fucking PG and PC'd insult I have ever fucking heard in my life. And then Lacey says she will be entering the Women's Royal Rumble match too. And then Lacey calls Alexa Bliss a little runt. That insult was even fucking weaker. And then Lacey walks away. God damn, that was a terrible fucking debut. Like, seriously, WWE, if you're gonna have Lacey insult people, please, for the love of God, give her a better insult than calling people nasties. That nasties insult fucking sucks. Like, she's a big girl. She can use your big girl words, because we've already heard on Raw before in a PG show. And don't feed me that PG shit. Because we've seen on PG shows other wrestlers calling their opponents bastards or idiots or stupid or assholes or ass. We've even heard Brock Lesnar say shit. We've even heard an F-bomb before. We've even heard people call each other bitch. Like, what was it, a couple weeks ago? Sasha Banks said, bitch, what line? Like, Lacey's a big girl. Have her use her big girl words. Fuck's sakes. Not that fucking hard. So continuing on, next up we get another debut. We have the debut of Heavy Machinery. Otis Dozovich and Tucker Knight. They team up to take on Ass Tension, Vector, and Connor. Highlights in the match, Otis' arm toss was good along with his airplane slam. Heavy Machinery's double splash was good along with Tucker's lateral press. Heavy Machinery's pancake splash, followed by a double shoulder tackle to Connor, was good too. Otis' caterpillar elbow drop was good too. I don't care what anyone says. A man Otis' size doing a goddamn worm is already impressive. Match ending, Heavy hits the compactor. Heavy Machinery gets the 3 count for the win. So it was pretty much a squash match. Wake me up when you give Heavy Machinery a real tag team. So next up, we get a Raw Tag Team title rematch, with Bobby Roode and Chad Gable defending against the Revival. But this isn't just any rematch. This rematch has a special guest referee. This guest referee is Kurt Hawkins. Because, let's be real, all the other referees in WWE suck ass. Honestly, I think if you put NFL refs in WWE, they'd still suck ass. Like, Jesus Christ, how the fuck is slapping someone on the shoulder fucking roughing the passer? Oh yeah, because it's Tom Brady. I bet you if we fucking touched Tom Brady with a feather, it would be 15 yards for roughing the passer. But that's a rant for another day. But back on topic to the match itself. Highlights in the match, Chad's leg sweeps was good, along with Scott and Dash's strikes and shoulder tackles. Chad's double flying clothesline to both members of Revival were good too, along with Chad's side suplex. Bobby's body drop was good, along with his rock bottom. Oh yeah, Roode and Chad Gable hit rookie suplexes, so that was good too. Bobby's spinebuster was good too. So, the key moment of the match, Dash Wilder would counter a Bobby Roode vertical suplex over the top rope with crossbody. But as Dash goes for the pin, Scott would hold Bobby's foot under the rope. But Kurt Hawkins would catch it at the 2 count and break the pin. So Kurt's already a better referee than most of the refs in the back, because he's actually enforcing the rules. He was even enforcing the tag rope, the little rope in the corner that you have to hold before you can tag in. Dash would then hit a roll-up, but Kurt Hawkins would catch Dash's feet on the rope. And then Scott would do a roll-up, but Kurt Hawkins would catch Scott Dawson having a fistful of tights. So far, not bad. Like, Kurt's actually doing a good job enforcing the rules. So then Scott gets upset over it, and then shoves Kurt Hawkins. Normally, shoving the ref would cause for disqualification. But I guess Kurt Hawkins is just going to let that slide. So then Chad rolls up Scott. Chad gets a 3 count for the win. It was just a normal time 3 count. And nothing, and just a normal roll-up. But after the match, when Revival tried to cry wolf, Kurt Hawkins would show the footage of the 3 times Revival tried to cheat. Hey, gotta give Kurt Hawkins credit. He actually enforced the rules. He actually knows knows how to be a referee. So, WWE, can we please have Kurt Hawkins be the referee for the Super Bowl 53, please? He'll do a better job than any of the refs we have in the NFL. Can we please have that? Please? Thank you. So then Revival go in and attack Kurt Hawkins for post-match assault. And then Zack Ryder's music hits. Zack Ryder comes out. He clears the ring of the Revival. And then shakes hands with Kurt Hawkins. So it looks like Zack Ryder's and Kurt Hawkins might be a tag team again. Maybe this means Kurt Hawkins' losing streak will end. So then next up, we get to our main event. A women's tag match. Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey and Natalya versus Sasha Banks and Bayley. Of course, Ronda and Sasha will face each other for the Raw Women's title Sunday at the Rumble. Excuse me. While Natalya and Bayley will be in the Women's Rumble match. Honestly, I'm not in favor of 2 competitors in a title match facing each other in a tag match especially a week before the show. But hey. So highlights of the match. Sasha and Bayley's double suplex was good, along with Sasha and Bayley's double hip toss. Ronda and Natalya's double tag team heart attack was good too. Natalya's vertical suplex is good too, along with Sasha's double knees Nakora. Bayley's avalanche hurricane Rana from the top rope was good too, along with Sasha's Meteora. Natalya's electric chair was good too. Sasha would hit a sliding leg sweep on Ronda Rousey, which would lead to a bank statement, but Natalya would break up the submission. We then have Sasha's backstabber, but Ronda would counter the Bayley to belly with a big right. Ronda's arm drag was good too. Natalya's vertical suplex over the top rope was good too, along with her basement dropkick. Natalya would walk in the sharpshooter on Bayley, but Sasha would break it up. This would lead to our match ending where Sasha would have a wardrobe malfunction where her tights would almost fall off so we could see her ass. I'm not going to show any images or video of that, because if I do, the YouTube police will be right on me and they'll flag my video down. And believe me, I don't want any of those goddamn flags. I don't think it would even make a difference if I even age restrict the video. Because YouTube's system is so goddamn broken to where anyone with half a brain can take advantage if they know what they're doing. But to our match ending, Sasha walks in. The bank statement on Natalya for the tap out win. And oh, by the way, in this match, I forgot to mention, this matchup is Ronda Rousey's first loss on the main roster. So Ronda's whole undefeated streak that started Mania 34, with her winning the women's title, we built it all up just for her to lose in a tag match without her even being involved in the decision. They have her lose a tag match. Have it end in a tag match. On a random Raw. But not just any random Raw. But the go-home Raw to the Royal Rumble. Like at the end of my notes, because at the end of the show, we had Ronda and Sasha go face-to-face, but Bayley pulling Sasha away. That's how we end the show. I end the show with this saying here. Yeah, I think that perfectly summarizes it. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, what was the fucking whole point of Ronda being undefeated if she wasn't even gonna enter fucking Mania undefeated? Like, I don't fucking care if it's the build up the match. It's dumb. Dumb is dumb. At the end of the day, you gotta protect the integrity of the Raw Women's Championship. And your champion at the end of the fucking day. Like, at this point, we're on the road to WrestleMania 35. The road to WrestleMania is wrestling's version of the playoffs. For any outsider fans. Like, your champions, any of your champions, they should not be losing. Period. On the road to WrestleMania. Period. You gotta make them, you gotta protect them. You gotta make them look good entering Mania. In this match, Ronda was barely in the fucking match. So in other words, it made her look like garbage. She had those couple highlights, but after that, she was fucking garbage. They made her look like shit. Like, it's her first loss on the main roster. Her first loss is on a go-home episode of Raw. We're not talking a pay-per-view. We're not talking Royal Rumble. We're not talking Mania. We're not talking SummerSlam. We're talking a go-home Raw. She wasn't even involved in the decision. But it still counts as a loss. Like, this episode was an utter fucking embarrassment. Like, this, out of all the episodes, out of all the things WWE's done, this is the most embarrassed I've ever been as a fan of the company. Like I'm just so fucking dumb. Like, fucking more inconsistent and shitty-ass booking and terrible creative. Like, honestly, at this point, get rid of fucking Vince McMahon. And you can get rid of all his Yes Men 2 cronies along with his fucking garbage creative and booking crew while you're at it. Like, every flaw the company had tonight was shown in this Raw. Like, what a fucking embarrassment of a show. What an embarrassing way to go into a pay-per-view. So yeah, in terms of a rating, yeah, this Raw, it gets an automatic 0 out of 10. And this Raw gets a 0 out of 10, and it doesn't involve John Cena or Roman Reigns in the main event. Yeah, neither of those two are in the show. And it gets a 0 out of 10. So everyone that says, oh, you only give show 0 out of 10 because Cena or Roman Reigns win in the main event. Well, guess what? Neither of those two are in the main event. I still give Raw a 0 out of 10. So you can put that theory to bed. Like, I can't give this shit a passing grade. Like the title is pretty much looking worthless now. Like, it's about worth as much as a fucking replica belt. Like, you gotta make that belt worth more than a fucking replica. Like, you gotta protect the integrity of it at the end of the day. Like, you gotta get people interested in the title matches. Because there's no interest when you have your goddamn champion losing on go-home episodes before a pay-per-view. Fuck me. Especially on the road to WrestleMania. Like, we're heading now to one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year, and they pulled this shit. So yeah, I think I ran it on long enough about this episode. This company is fucking garbage. Thank God there's an NXT TakeOver event this weekend. Maybe we should devote our time to TakeOver instead of this fucking predictable ass bullshit. But yeah, embarrassing show. What a fucking embarrassment. I'm done. Hope everyone's a great day, and yeah, peace out.